Every car on the road carries a silent paradox. It's built to protect you by destroying itself. That's not a failure of design, it is the design. According to a 2023 study in Applied Sciences, the geometry of a vehicle's crumple zone plays a major role in how effectively it absorbs force, revealing up to a 20% difference in critical buckling strength between designs. That's not a small number. That's the line between a totaled vehicle and a totaled life. From crumple zones to computer-guided sensors, every modern vehicle is engineered to manage the physics of impact and to give energy somewhere to go besides the passengers. According to Newton's law of conservation of energy, in a collision, energy can't disappear. It has to be absorbed, redirected, or dispersed. That's where crumple zones really shine. These are carefully calculated sections of the car that deform in a predictable pattern, slowing down the deceleration experienced by the occupants. But the numbers only tell part of the story. For EMTs like Ryan Gallopon, the results of good engineering is something he sees up close.
From what I have seen, newer cars tend to crumble more efficiently and effectively and reduce injury to the occupants than older cars.
Ryan Gallopon has spent the last 2 years responding to wrecks across the Shenandoah Valley. He says that one rule of thumb often holds true. The more broken the car looks, the less broken its passengers are.
At velocities that aren't like 100% fatal, from what I have seen, the more crumbled or deformed the outside of the car is, the less injured due to the direct impact that the occupants are.
He's seen rollover crashes where vehicles look destroyed, completely folded up, but the people inside were walking around with only bruises. And in older cars, it's often the opposite. The car looks fine, but the driver takes the full force of the impact. That's engineering doing exactly what it's designed to do, sacrificing structure to save lives. However, car safety doesn't stop at the scene. Behind the design are years of testing, data, and innovation, work that continues to reshape what survival looks like.
But the crumple zones are a big one that really do help out. That's why they all appear to be a little bit more bulky now. But it's also where we see a fatality rate drop significantly in a lot of your newer vehicles, mostly after like 2015. But
Matt Bintel has worked with Honda for years, watching firsthand as crash prevention evolved from an industry goal to a standard expectation. He says the technology has become increasingly intelligent, built to think before the driver can react.
oh yeah, so I mean, your forward collision braking, you're going to see like industry standard stuff like the breakaway engine mounts. You're going to see the crumple zones. A lot of that's become a big thing with Honda and making sure that, hopefully in the future we can have a year with zero car casualties.
Data from the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health backs that vision, showing that automatic emergency braking systems could reduce traffic deaths by more than 13%. And sometimes, the clearest proof of engineering comes from the people who lived through it. Melanie Laliker was turning left into a shopping center when another driver hit her front end. The frame of her vehicle took most of the impact. She suffered a concussion, but her daughter, sitting inches away from the crash zone, was unhurt. It's a moment that demonstrates what every statistic and safety feature is designed for, turning an impact into survival.
But she was in the passenger side, and it hit right in front of her door. Like, it didn't come into contact with her at all. But I still thought, like, hitting that she would have some kind of damage, and she hasn't.
Her story reflects the same physics found in every test lab and every roadside rescue. Energy can't disappear, but it can be redirected, and that redirection is the difference between tragedy and resilience. From EMTs who see the outcomes, to engineers who design the solutions, to survivors who live to tell the story, each collision becomes evidence of progress. Crumple zones, airbags, and algorithms all work together toward the same quiet compromise. When the unthinkable happens, the car takes the damage first.